Hello, this is Shalea Nelson. This is my third tutorial video. I chose to do Prezi. With Prezi, I've used it in college, I've used it in the classroom, I've had students use it for book reports or presentations. I really like it. It's a different take on PowerPoint, and it kind of condenses it a little bit too. So that's partially why I really like it. Students can use it, parents, you can share it with them, they can use it at home, work on it at home, work on it at school, which is why I really like it because it can be accessed really anywhere. So I'm going to go to Google and just type in Prezi, and it's just prezi.com is the website, and I'm going to log out first so you can kind of see. So this is when you go to prezi.com, this is where it will be at. It is free, so you can go up here to get started if you need to create an account. Since I already have one, I'm going to go to login. Login again. This is the new aspect of Prezi, which is Prezi Next. I haven't used this one, but when I was looking through the getting started, it seems to be about the same as the Classic, but a little bit easier formats and stuff. The Prezi Classic is the one I've been used to using. I have done it. I've done my own book reports. I used it in a nutrition class. One of the other students I was in a class in our blocks with in our undergrad, I used it to talk about different religions, Christmas around the world. I had students use it for a book report. I had one use it for a presentation on earthquakes. I let them use my Prezi information if they needed to. If they had their own email, they could create their own too. So this is going to be, I'm going to show you how to create a presentation, or briefly how to create a presentation on the Classic version. There is an app for the Classic version as well, and then I'll kind of show you the next the Prezi Next, which I haven't really used, but it seems to be very similar, but also seems to be a little more simplified. So when you go to create a Prezi, you can pick, a template you want to use. You can search templates that go with the theme that you're using. So we'll just do clockwork. And then you hit use template. I try to encourage my students to use a template rather than creating it on your own, because when you create it on your own, it kind of makes it a little more difficult. So then you get to here, and this is where you really get into creating your Prezi, how you want it to go. So you can add your title. So let's just say instructional tutorial, since that's what the recording video's on. Then you go to the second one. So what do you want this to be? Then so on and so forth until you're done. And then once you're done, you can save it, which I believe it automatically saves, but just like with Word or PowerPoint or anything like that, you want to always save it. You can insert images, arrows, music. You can customize it, so meaning you can change colors if you want. You can change the theme. So if you don't like these colors, you can change make different colors, change the background, whatever you want to do to it, basically. So it's kind of like PowerPoint, but I think it's a little bit easier. Then you can either present it, you can share it, or you can exit. So I'm just going to exit out of this one. And I'm going to show you guys, then it'll go to where you can present it. And then you can either download it, save it as a copy, share it. You can present it remotely too. I'm going to go back up to my Prezis, and I can kind of show you one of mine that's completed. I'm just going to exit out of that. So this was one I did on one of the 5 major religions for a class I did. So you can either have the option to edit it or present it. I'm going to click present. So if you want to make it full screen, you can make it full screen or regular screen. It's totally up to you. You can use the arrow keys on your keyboard or you can use the arrows on here. So this one is Christianity. Obviously, that's the title. And then kind of some facts about it. So type in here, I added some clip art. Then some more about it. Branches. And you can have as many circles as you want or need, depending. And then that's done. So now I'm going to go to the Prezi next and kind of show you how to create one of those. So new presentation. And from what I read about the Prezi next on it, like you can, I think this is more geared towards like adults. So you can do, I'm going to go education and nonprofit. I'm going to do the open. You can click one of these, open book one. It'll load the template for you to view. And then you can click if you want to use this template or not. When I was reading about the getting started with this, this one you can have the presenter view where you can leave notes for yourself, and then it presents the actual presentation up for everybody, but then you have your notes, kind of like how PowerPoint can have those too, but then you don't have to print them out like you usually do with PowerPoint. Excuse me. So this just gives you an overview of like name your Prezi, add a topic, add a subtopic, change background, animations. So this is first, you do your introduction. So what is this Prezi about? So we can do and you can always like move this out and then go to the next one. So then the next topic. So what's your next topic about? Put the title, then you can add more content. And then I don't want to do that. You can add a page down here, or you can go back to where it'll zoom out, or just go back to the overview. So then you can click on whichever ones you want. So it's really like the Prezi Classic, but this can be more towards, I think, the teaching side of things. Like if you're doing this for professional development, for a meeting, something, anything like that. So then like you can do file, insert, I'm going to insert charge, add animation, you can present, anything like that. Add subtopics, it gives you this kind of over here. If you need help, you can share it live. People can add comments. And the other thing about this is you can add collaborators to this. So say your students are working on a project and they're using Prezi in the classroom and they're using it in a group. You can add collaborators on this so that your students can all work on it at the same time or different times, or say they want to work on it when they're at home, or they can all be on it at the same time too. So then it's not just one computer. So I really like Prezi. It takes a little bit to get the hang of it, but once students get the hang of it, it's really easy. And if you do a really good tutorial over it, how to use it, show them ones to use, give them time to figure it out, it's really easy, and it already gives you the templates, and it's all online. So with it being all online, then you don't have to make sure the computer has Microsoft Office or PowerPoint. So it's kind of like Google Slides, but on Prezi, and it kind of has all these cool little changes and stuff like that. So this is my presentation on, or I guess tutorial on, Prezi.